Welcome. Oh, good. It's vertical. Good. Okay. I know the landscape works, but until I fix the videos, it's better. Okay. Welcome to the live Q&A, series 63, 65, 66. And I have no viewers. That's amazing. I did go live, right? Okay, good. 8 viewers. I'm up to 8. Yes. Here we go, baby. Here we go. We're on a roll. Okay. Now, I just saw the alerts go out, so we'll jump on. Okay. So welcome on to Thursday nights. We're doing in this series 63, 65, and 66. If you need help, I'm here to help you. We have a great, so we have the wonderful Jeff is here with us today. And he does a great study plan. Even if you don't want to work with, like, pay the money for us and all that stuff, and do all the tutoring, because it is expensive, at capitaladvantagetutoring.com or capadvantagetutoring.com, whatever works. You can book with us, or you can hook a session up with Jeff where he will help you come up with a good study plan based on specific to your needs. Okay. So what's very cool is that he doesn't teach the topics. He only studies and does research on the study plans. That works. And if you just want to talk to him about what firm to, if you get an offer, a bunch of offers, you want to talk about, just spitball what kind of firm you want to go with or what you want to do after you pass, he's here to help you too. And maybe, like, should you get the 65 or the 66? Whatever. I'm a fan of the 66 regardless, because they changed the rule now that if you have this, it used to be if you had the 66 and you only needed the 65, you had to retake the 65. They change it now that if you have the 66, most states will accept that as coverage for the 65. Okay. Okay. Tuesday night, I'm doing this, and I think I was watching in the background. It was like 6-0. I think it ended up going, I think the Yankees won like 15-0 the other day. I was like, wow, save some of those runs for later. Okay. If you don't like my style, there's another guy, Michael Weiss, who runs a Series 66 exam Reddit and the Series 7 exam Reddit. He's at Series 7 exam tutor.com. He's fantastic. He's at Series 7 exam tutor.com. He has a CFA, so some of that shit he's good. He's very straightforward, much more organized than me and stuff like that. And he's about half the price. Okay, good stuff. Okay. Billy, here we go. I love it. Okay. So, Billy, the Series 7, the Tuesday night class. Oh, and the same thing, I have the 65, the membership class that Billy's bringing up is Violet's. Yeah, she's getting older. She had pancreatitis, which is so we have, what was I going to say on this? We have membership classes that start before that run before the live. So I have a Series 7 one from 7 to 7:50, and then I have this one. It literally ran. We were going over stuff literally till 7:59. I usually try to kill it at 7:50, but I'm not a total dick. So I'm a some of a dick, but I'm not a total dick. And I went to 7:59 and I had to cut them off. Now what's cool is they are still in the study group, and I think they're still doing questions with each other on their own. So I do the Zoom. They come in, they finish. I give them a recording so they can all watch it, which you guys can get if you're members. And then they stay on and do questions after the fact. It's great. It's good stuff. Okay. And that's Jeff just put the link for the custom study plan for Jeff and the membership class if you want to join. Literally for the Series 65, 66, it's like it's like $34 for the Monday night at 6 p.m. class, and then $49 for a class on Monday and Tuesday. That's per month, not per fucking class. It works out to be like $8 a class, which is great. Okay. Oh, I'm glad to see. So Billy, there you go. Okay. Now Billy, it's Eastern. So it's 6:30 and 7:30 for the 7. And I moved it to Mondays, and I may keep it there, even though I did it because I coached lacrosse on Sundays. I wanted to be able to coach and not have to run back so quick, but I literally end at 6:15, race here, and then start the class on Sundays. Okay. Here we go. While I'm talking about that, while we bring this up, if you guys need other questions and stuff, if you go to some of my videos in the chat room, I have in the description, I have a link for Securities Institute of America. You can buy thousands of questions. You can buy hundreds of questions from STC through the supplemental or the whole program, or you can buy the Achievable program, which I truly believe teaches this shit better than anyone else. Okay. Okay. Bianca Wilson. Okay. Look at you. You asked. Let's go. Okay. So now, Cap M. We'll do a question on it. So let's talk about the theory behind it first. So cap M is basically you're going to try to predict the return based on the risk you're taking. So if you have a risk of and risk is standard deviation or beta, whatever, it's really beta. So the whole point is the amount of risk that you're taking is going to determine the return you get. That's cap M. And it's like your specific security. It's not really geared toward a portfolio. It's much more toward a specific security. So as a beta of 1.5, it's going to be more volatile than the market. So let's do a question on that. Then we'll do an efficient market there. Okay. Okay. DMAC. That's a good question. We'll get to it. Okay. So here we go. So I started going back to I started going back. I'm fucking sore as hell. Like I'm literally tired. Ugh. But that's a good tired. Okay. My goal is to get under a certain weight so I can take all the rides and do not skydiving, but I can do like all that fun shit. My goal is to have a 1 in front of my weight. Okay.
That's it?
That's as low. 199 would be awesome. I'd be fine with that. I know for you, you're you're like a V, but that's okay. Now.
Yeah.
When I worked with him, you used to work out every day, right?
Yeah.
I think you said that was your happy place, right?
Yes.
And it was all free weights at the time, right?
Yep.
Do you still do that?
Not recently.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
And can I tell you?
What?
Nothing hurts.
I know, that's true. I know. Yeah, but you started at a better base. No, I can do the nothing hurts too, but then I go up and the bad numbers start showing up. Okay. So now that I have grandkids, I'm trying to stay alive for the grandkids. So okay. Now, because I am 100% positive my youngest grandkid, Finn, he's gonna be a professional fucking wrestler.
You think so?
I mean, I watched this. I mean, we put him on the trampoline. He's bouncing off both sides. Like we have two older ones, and then a young. I know nobody cares, but Bianca, you have to deal with this shit. You get the good and the bad with me. My 2 older ones are like fucking angels. Okay, like they listen, they're smart, all this shit. Like it's crazy. Now, the younger one, he hasn't started school yet. He starts this September. My wife started an apology tour ahead of time because they can't wait to see the 3rd child. And she's already started the apology tour like ahead of time saying, and they're like, no, you're wrong. And she's like, no, he's good in public. He's great, but he is a fucking boy. Like he is jumping around every time like literally, as my wife said today, every time you give him something, he's a warrior. You know how a carpenter, everything's a fucking nail? To him, everything's a fucking weapon. Like he picked up a doctor's thing. You know the thing they hit, the little hammer that they hit the knee. He picked it up and he started going, like Thor. I'm like, everything he picks up is a fucking weapon. And I don't know where he learned it from because the 2 olders are little nerdy kids that don't do anything. This kid is a fucking warrior. Okay, now back to this. Let's go into the.
I was laughing at what Billy just asked.
Complete. Okay. Oh, that's funny. So you want to answer that?
Do I believe that C is the most common answer?
Yep.
There's a 25% chance that C is the correct answer.
I got it. Here's my thing. I say yes.
You're going to go with that theory, huh?
Well, here's why. This is kind of the reason why. So if you're ever not sure, just pick C and move on. And Billy, this is why. If you sit there vacillating, thinking about it, that's extra seconds. To just pick C. If you're truly guessing, just pick C. And like if it's a total coin toss, just pick C. It's the easier way to go. Because then you don't have to think about it. Kind of like when I first started on the stock exchange, I had all black pants and white shirts. Boom, it didn't matter. I just picked them up. It takes the decision out of it.
The thing that I agree with is just if you're really, really guessing, just pick an answer and move on and forget about that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, but the problem is people start thinking about, should I pick A this time? I picked A 3 times. No, just fucking pick C and move on. It takes the decision out of your hands.
Yes.
I don't think it's really statistically better, but just fucking stick with it. Right? Okay.
I think
I took a test when I took one of the exams, you know how I write the questions I'm going to get back. C was about 35%. But it's still, that's within a range of error. I mean, that's fine. Okay, now back to this. So we're going to go with this. So I'm going to do cap M first. Okay, cap M is this. So let's say, and I have a video on it. I think I call it it's beta. Okay, remember, cap M is the beta formula. Cap M is about what return I get based on the risk I take. So let's say we have a risk beta of 1.5. That's beta. We all good? Got it. Now, let's say it's a large cap stock. So our stock, we'll call it CATS, my company. CATS Tutoring, okay? Jeff and I's company. CATS Tutoring has a beta 1.5 because we're ballers and we move a lot. Okay, so now the S&P went up 12%. So we're going to move 1.5 times the risk to market. So we're going to do, no, I'm going to show you what they do on the test sometimes too. So normally you just do 12 times 1.5, you get 18%. That's your expected return. That's cap M. That's easy. We can do that. Market times beta. I'm going to throw the curve now at. Just I used to not do it a lot, but somebody in one of my groups came back and said they saw a test with this. Now, they can either say you have the risk-free rate or the T-bill. They're synonymous. The T-bill, really the 90-day T-bill, but the T-bill is also known as a risk-free rate. So what you have to do, say it's a 3% risk-free rate. The risk-free rate is the rate you get without taking any risk, meaning that like if you were to invest in T-bills, you'd earn 3% in this case. Anything you earn more than that is risk premium, okay? So now we have 12, we have a risk-free rate of 3%. We're now going to take the 12, subtract the 3. So we're now at 9%. We're going to multiply times 1.5, and I think that's 13.5. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, it's 13.5, I'm pretty sure. 9 times 1.5 is 13.5. And then you fucking add the risk-free rate back in, so plus 3. So our expected return is now 16.5%. That's cap M. So again, easy to remember. It's the formula, they try to make it so fucking bad, but it isn't. It's not that bad. Okay, back up here. Okay, now. So cap M is beta. I know it looks bad now, but because I erased half of it. So you're going to take the beta and multiply times the market. That gives you the risk-adjusted return. If they give you a risk-free rate, you suck it out of the return, multiply times the beta, and then add it back in. That's cap M. Now, efficient market theory. Efficient market theory is closer to modern portfolio theory. It is the belief that a stock, it's not part of it, but it sounds more like it, okay? Efficient market theory is the belief that the market is efficient. I know it's a circular definition. My English teacher will be pissed at me, but she hated me anyway. Now, the efficient means it's trading where it's supposed to be trading. That's what it's saying. So an efficient market theory means the stock is trading where it's supposed to be trading. Okay, that's all it is. It's trading where it's supposed to trade. Now, what does that mean? So if the stock is trading at $22, that's reflective of where it should be. But let's go through the 3 different theories. There is weak form, okay? Weak form is that we believe all old prices are built in, so the stock reflects all the old prices already. But we do believe that you can use fundamental. What is fundamental? Looking at like the balance sheet, the earnings per share, the management, looking at the no fund fundamentals of the company. And then you can decide then whether it's undervalued or overvalued, okay? So the weak form does not believe in technical trading, okay? But it does believe in fundamental may work. That's weak. Semi-strong believes that all the news that is public and available is built into the price. It reflects all the news that everyone knows, but it doesn't count in news that is unknown, private, inside information, stuff like that. So the example is they believe that if new news comes out, the stock will quickly reflect that. So let's say stock is trading at $25. It reflects all the public news out there. But you are super rich and you say, you know what? This is a semiconductor company. I'm going to send someone down to Taiwan or wherever, the Philippines, wherever they fucking do it, China. And he or she's going to stand out there and count the trucks and interview employees and say what's going on. People who don't have non-disclosure agreements. Okay. And he's going to report the findings back. Listen, for the last 6 months, 10 trucks a day go in and out. Lately, it's been 30 trucks a day. That's news. Okay. That's private. Doesn't mean it's illegal. Doesn't mean it's inside information. It means it's private. That will not be reflected in the stock. But if that news comes out, it will. So weak form believes that all news that is public is built into the price. All news that is not. Okay. But when new news comes out, it'll reflect the thing. Now, strong form is full on believe that all news that is public, private, and inside information is built into the price, and there's no way to beat the market. Okay. So weak and semi-strong do believe that there's some way to beat the market. Strong believes it's not, just buy and hold and forget about it, because any news that is inside information or hidden or whatever it is already built into the price. So that's what efficient market theory is. Those three things: weak, semi-strong, and strong. And we go from there. Okay. Hope that helps a little bit, Bianca. If you have any other questions, throw them in there. Okay. Okay. Leah Laura, stay on there because that's a great question I see all the time. So here's the thing. The 63, it's not easy, okay? But it will be much clearer what they want. Like the vendors love the whole, it's not really unethical, but it's blah, blah, blah. Remember, if you give somebody an unsuitable recommendation, that's unethical. Ethics is you have to give them a suitable recommendation. So there's less debatable. I'm going to say that for a record, on the 63, there's going to be way more ethics than suitability. You'll get a few suitability ones. You might get one quick option question, not hard. And you'll get, you'll get some, you'll get one or two suitability, but don't worry about it. Most of them will be ethics question. What can RR do? What can they not do? What should they do? Is there any rules on what kind of securities you can put in an account? No, none of those rules. You have to do what's prudent. That's under the UPIA. Uniform Prudent Investor Act says that you can do any suitable trade as long as it's suitable, and you go and you take the duty of care and you make sure that you're doing the right thing. It's like what a prudent man would do. So they don't list. There used to be like a list of securities that you couldn't put in an UGMA account or trust account, and now you can do anything. If you think futures and penny stocks are suitable for your 16-year-old kid, sure, you better have a reason for it, but it could be. Okay. Now, so I'm updating them all, but I mean, in reality, most of this shit's evergreen. Like if you watch a video from like 20 years ago, no, it's not going to be up to date. But think about this. FINRA has not changed their sample SIE exam since 2018. What's going to change? What is since I put those videos up 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm updating them as we go. Since we put them out, there was only a couple of things that changed. One of them is T+2. Everything used to be T+2. Now everything's T+1. So that means and this is for any exam. So that means on an X day. So if you have X dividend or something, X dividend and record date are the same day now. Okay. And the X day and the record date are the same day. Now you only have to buy it the day before the record date instead of 2 days before the record date. Okay. To get a dividend. And the only other thing that really has changed, probably what's going to change in a month, maybe the pattern day trading, but they'll take them off the test, and they probably won't be tested for like a couple months. The other thing is the IRA contributions, right? IRA contributions are $7,500 a year now, and the catch up, which if you're over 50, you can put more in, is 80. Is a total of it. You can put an extra $1,100 in, that's $8,600. Okay. Other than that, not a lot of changes. See any of the big ones? 529s, you can now use 20 grand but that's only 6 months old. So you can use 20 grand towards sub college, and a 520 an ABLE account, which is for disabled. They have until they're 46 to file versus 26. Other than that, most of it's evergreen. Convertibles say the same, options say the same. Suitability and stocks and bonds and all that stuff, that doesn't change. So pretty much 99% of it doesn't change. The 7 is a little bit more, but still, They literally, it's the fact that they haven't changed their sample exams in 8 years means that not that much has changed. And that's kind of test it is. Okay. Good. So, right. So if you're, that's the thing. So Leah Laura, I agree with Billy. So one thing, Leah Laura, if you're still here, why are you waiting until next summer? Is it so that you have it good for 4 years from that day? Like, are you a college student and you want to make sure it lasts until you graduate, or you just don't want to take it this summer? Because I mean, literally, if you put a month in, you'll have it done. If you put a solid month in, you could have this done by middle of July.
That's what I was wondering also.
Yeah, so maybe she'll answer. Okay. Oh, he or she, I'm not sure. Okay. And then follow me if you're using STC, which I love Achievable a lot, but I like STC too. I think they're strong 1-2 combo. My playlist kind of follows the STC timeline. Okay. Look at that. Not a lot of questions, people. Everyone's quiet. Guys, throw your questions in there. I have some that people emailed me, but we'll have to go. Okay. Taking the 66 Saturday. I got upper 70s on Kevin. Okay. My brutal exams are very, very, very close to the real exam. It's the same vibe. You're not going to see the same questions, but it's the same feel and the same vibe. Okay. Good. Okay. Now, I think that works. You're good. I would find my crash course playlist, and on Friday, which is tomorrow, no more tests. So tomorrow, Ed, you're taking a Saturday. Do my crash course. Do if you've done the brutal exams, you're in good place. Make sure you do the power hour and stuff like that, and make sure you read either the morning before or the morning of or the day before. Go back through the investment advisory client playlist chapter and read about trusts and joint accounts. I think I did a video about a month ago on just trusts and estates and joint accounts. It's worth watching, but reading is still better than watching videos. Okay. And Ken, tell me you're going to pass this test on Saturday. Good. Okay. I would say you can if you look up Joe Neeson, his name, I'll type it in here. He's a friend of mine. He does it. Joe Neeson, he's a guy who does it. He does some podcasts too and stuff like that. If you can't find it, again, I'm not a huge fan of this place, but if you go to Wisant, don't go to Varsity Tutors. Go to Wisant, Wizant. It's a tutor aggregation source. I don't go on there. I don't need it. But it's a way for like some tutors to get business. Okay. And you type in CFA, and your friend types in CFA in there, they'll see it. But again, Joe Neeson does the CFP and the CFA and the Series 7. The CFP is not something I ever want to teach in my life. Okay. It takes actual brains. Okay. Let's go through a couple of these things. Okay. So, Jane, I'll do that in a second. So if you go on my YouTube channel, and Jeff put the link in there. He put it up there before. If you go in there, there's 2 levels. If you hit join, he'll probably put the link in a second. If you join, it's either join the $34 one where we meet on Mondays, and if you join the $49 a month one, we meet on Mondays and Thursdays, and it's only 65, 66 stuff. It's a great bunch of ladies and a couple guys. It's a really good group of people. You bring in questions, you go over them, you get to record it, you get to watch it later. It's really good. And you just hit the join button, like you said, and just pick it. And remember, guys, if you do this, first of all, like my video this, but 2, turn on notifications, and about an hour before the class, so it's 6 p.m. Eastern on Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, about an hour before the class, if you don't see the notification, 1, turn notifications on. 2, you go to the tab called Posts. You go on there, and you will see the link for the Zoom. I change it every week. Okay. Hold on. Jane, his wife, you're next, but don't worry about it. Magna Farda! That is awesome. You're the beautiful beast. That's outstanding. Why can't I hit that? Okay. You get a good one. So I'm going to say, from my college I went to, I was on the board of activities, and we had to go down and it was a great conference in DC. It was amazing. It was all like literally college kids from all over the country getting paid to hang out in a hotel for three fucking days. A lot of shit happened, right? But we partied with the village people. And this is in the 80s, so they're still like 84. So they were young, and they were still they were not like the 70s, but they were cool. So here's my thing on that. Not all of them were gay. I'm just telling you right now. They were hanging out on the thing. They had, it's amazing. They had 3 or 4 girls on each arm. It's fucking nuts. It's crazy. Okay. Just throwing it out there. They were very cool to hang out with. There was like that party, and then like maybe 10 of us just hanging out and drinking. It was great. 10 of us plus the 3 girls per person. Okay. Okay. Now, Jane, his wife. Okay, here we go. Now, rule of 72. Oh, did you ever see I just finished it today for the second time. You ever watch Ted Lasso?
No.
Really? No interest?
Hmm?
Did you ever try?
No.
Do you have Apple TV?
No. I have everything else.
Okay.
That's the one thing I
a lot of
don't have.
shows on there. Friends and Neighbors is good, and then Ted Lasso is good. I've seen it twice now, and I'm kind of wishing they wouldn't do the one in August. They're doing a 4th season in August. I kind of, because it was such a perfect. I put it up there as good as for me as Breaking Bad. Like I'll watch it a million times. Very fucking funny, and the writing was amazing. Okay, now I only because the guy, there's a Coach Beard who dates a guy named Jane, and this is Jane. Okay, now, ow. Very very funny. Jason Sudeikis, I think, is the guy. Now, so let's go through the math. 1, you might have to do DCF, which is I've done. Find my time by money video. You might have to do rule of 72. You might have to do a tips question. I'll see if I can bring that up. Maybe. You might have to do a total return question. I have a video somewhere on math you need for the 65 and math that you have to know versus recognize. Let's see if I can find this. Hold on. Macho man. Let's see what we got. Okay, so here's one. So Jane, here's one video with the math. 2. It says 2, but there's 4 problems on there. And then where are you, you bastard? Here we go. Here's another one, and another one, and another one. There's a second one that's about the math on the 65. And I think, you might have to do the equity index annuity. So here's equity index annuity. Just dropping the fucking math in here. Hold on, here we go. Okay. Yeah, Ken West, I can work on that after this. Let me help Jane out first. Hold on. I think that's it. That works. Okay. Just making a show. Okay, good. Okay, that works. Okay. Now. Okay. Yen Ho, we'll get to you. Let me get to so I'm gonna talk about this, and then I'm gonna help out Franco the Mote. Okay, now Franco Timo. Now, rule of 72. Rule of 72 is usually how long it takes to double your money. So, and I think I know Jane, we did it in the class, but I'm gonna do it for everyone anyway. So let's say I start with $5,000, and it goes to $20,000 over a 10-year period. So the question is, 5 grand to 20 grand, what was my internal rate of return? Or what was that? There you go. What was my return? So the question is, I have to figure out what I earned to get from 5 grand to 20 grand in 10 years. So first of all, how many times did it double? They always want to say, how many times did it double? So it's going to go 5 to 10 and 10 to 20. So it doubled. Let's see if I can draw this. It's backwards, right? I thought it was going to be funny. Okay.
That was a good attempt.
Yeah, 2 times. So that means it happened twice in 10 years. So if you double your money twice in 10 years, that means it doubles every 5 years. Can we wrap our head around that? Now, how do you find out the rate? You do 72 divided by 5. That should give you, I think, 14. That gives you 14.4%. So my internal rate of return here from doubling is going to be 14.4%. So it goes, I double twice in 10 years. That means I double once every 5 years. Two times. That gives me a rate of return of 14.4. That's one of rule of 72. Oh, my arms. Now, the next one is, what if I invest 5 grand and I earn 7%? How long will it take to get to 20 grand? So, first thing is you do 72 divided by 7. I think that's 10.2, I'm going to say, okay? Say that's 10.2, okay? So 72 divided by the rate of return gives me 10.2 years. So that means every 10.2 years, I'm going to double once. 72 divided by the rate of return gives me the years. 72 divided by the years gives me the rate of return to double. Now, it doubled 5 to 10, 10 to 20, doubled 2 times. 2 times 10, so it's going to take 20.4 years. That's your rule of 72. Super easy. Yeah. Oh, the other one. I got one more video to put in the chat. Okay. Macho man. Okay, here we go. Boom. There we go. Here's the video for discounted cash flow time value money. It'll show you how to do the math. It's super duper easy. Okay. That's true. Very good. So anything on my channel, if you're taking the 65 or 66, anything that says Series 63, 65, or 66 counts. Okay? Because I can't, YouTube doesn't really like you uploading the same video with 2 different titles. Okay? So I don't do it. Okay. Now, okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, baby. Just focus. Yeah. I love that. I'm glad you're happy with that. Okay, now, Blue Sky. Yeah, listen, the 63 test is obviously a bunch of state laws, no math, maybe one option question, a lot of fucking ethics. And yes, so here's the thing: 100%, you're going to take this Magna Farta like Ed Savage. First of all, read the book. Read the book. Read the book. Read it once or twice if you can. Then just start taking tests until your fucking eyes bleed. That's really what it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Bianca, I agree. You could just get the free trial and then blitz it. Okay. It's not like you do anything during the day, right? You're not working hard or anything. You're not working 12-hour days or anything, Jeff, right? Okay. So he works a full-time job and then, oh, wait, hold on. Sorry a second. What? You didn't like the last season? I'm not going to like the new one. Okay. Sonny, you got to put in the chat why you didn't like the last season. I mean, it wasn't as good, but it was pretty good. Okay. Failed it twice. Next week is third attempt. Okay. Okay. So here's what happens. Everyone, it's a really weird thing. When people take the 7, they feel like they're failing the whole time, even though they pass. On the 65 and 66, a lot of people feel like they're passing, and then they go, how the fuck did I fail? Here's why. It's not that it's tricky. It's that a lot of people jump on the wrong answer first. They jump on the first right answer. And a lot of times the test has 2 pretty good answers. One is way better than the other, but it's not A or not B, so you jump past it. And again, like I tell everyone, The Series 7 and the SA are brute force. The 65 and 66 are a little bit more cerebral. I don't get it. I don't think it should be that hard. I don't think it should be. I don't understand the concept of why it has to be so tricky.
Can you put that question back up?
Yeah.
My 60, 67.
Give me your idea.
Yeah.
You're the study guy.
Okay. So couple questions.
I'm going to take it down so they can see it.
Hopefully you're still on. One, when you were scoring the high 80s and 90s, did you have the answers on or off while you're doing the practice exams? Do you think, and just, be completely as honest as you want here. Do you think you had any of those answers memorized? And if you say no to any of those, then why do you think there was such a big discrepancy? Because I tend to think that when you get the higher scores, are you taking the full practice exams, or are you doing like short question banks? In order to the way that I gauge it is, you need to be taking a full exam, answers off, and then seeing your score. And if you have 10 practice exams, you've taken them each one time. It's not you're taking the same exam over and over again. So are you doing it with the answers off, full exams, and was there any memorization?
Good questions. I'm not going to answer until she answers. Okay. Well, yeah, I assume you answer. Okay. Yeah, of course everyone gets pressure to pass. Okay. Now, okay, let's talk about that. So, by the way, Ken, find my time value money video. That'll help you with the future value, present value. Okay? However, understand, I'm not going to do the math. Future value. So we have present value and future. I always write it a little bit higher. So we have future value and present value. Present value is what you have to invest now to get to this number. Okay. So if I know I need, and I'm not going to do the math because I do a video. So if I have $1,000, if I have a bond that's going to be worth $1,000 in 3 years, and I have a 5% return, I know their expected value should be 863. So the present value is 863. I can do the math. I'm not going to. Okay. So $1,000 future value, 863, because I just literally can watch my video and do that. The time value money video. So $1,000 future value, the expected price is 863. That's the present value. That's where it should be trading. Okay. That's great. However, if you go in there, so here's a question, Ken. If you go in there and it's supposed to be 863 and you can buy it for 850. So again, the expected price is 863. That's the present value. And you somehow can buy it for 850. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing because you're buying it less than the value. So it's undervalued and it's a positive NPV. NPV is just either positive or negative. Present value is where it should be trading, the expected price. The market price is where it is trading. And if it's lower than the present value, it's a good thing, positive NPV. And that means you're earning more than the internal rate of return. And let's say the price is still 863, but it's trading at 900. That means you're paying more than it's worth. It's worth 863. It's 900. You have a negative NPV. Okay. And then the way you find that is through discounted cash flow. You discount it back. Okay. Now, what's future value? Future value is what present value will be given a certain return. So if I invest 863 now at 5% in 3 years, what's the future value? $1,000. So future value is what an investment now should be. Present value now should be in the future. Present value is two things. What I should invest now to get to that number that I need, or where it should be trading with the expected prices. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. That's really what it is. And again, most people will have concept questions on the discounted cash flow present value, but you might get a math question. And if you go do my brutal exams, my 2 brutal exams that I did in the fall, I do 2 problems, like live problems, like from discounted cash flow, and I do the time value money video, which will help a ton. Okay. Okay. Zizinda. Okay. Okay. You're taking on June 4th within 6 days. I would make sure you get through all my regular playlists, but I would find my Crash Course playlist. That's your best bet. The Crash Course playlist is the best for that. That's what Billy's saying, right? There's a 65, 66 playlist. This is good. Okay. 65, 66 playlist is great on its own, but it's 50 videos. You don't have time to go do that. If you go through the Crash Course, it's like 14 videos, and I add shit to it. Like I do stuff like QDRA versus QDRO, stuff like that, because they're all popping up on the exam. I talk about them. Okay. I do little quickie videos. The Crash Course is the best. Also, you should read on the 3rd, you should go over trusts and estates and the actually Zinda, do the videos that I plugged in here. Those are all math videos that will help. Do the brutal exams soon. Do start on the Crash Course playlist. Do the math ones, the brutals, and the Crash Course, and then keep taking tests. And you're gonna rock this thing. Also, remember, guys, and you, when you take finals or practice exams, you don't just go, I'm going to review the ones I got wrong. You need to review every single question to make sure that you got it right for the right reason. Because you don't want to answer it right because you got it for the wrong reason and have that bad thought process stuck in your head, and then it's stuck there when you show up in the test. You want to clean. You want to know every time you got it right for the right reason, wrong, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, after lacrosse, while I move back to Sundays, I'm not sure. Because I kind of like having it broken up. Doing 3 hours of classes on a Sunday night is tiring, so I like spreading it out a little bit. I've half the people want me to, half don't, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm not going to split the class, but okay. Let's see. Okay. Yup, 100%. Love it. Okay. 63 is once you read. This is the one. This and the SIE are kind of the only tests that I'm okay with you taking tests the day before. To 63, you literally take them till your eyes bleed. Don't burn out. Don't do like 8 a day, but every fucking day you do a 63 test because you want to get that pattern on. That's the other thing. On the 63, it's a time crunch, a real time crunch. So you got to make sure that when you're doing your practice exams, you are at an hour or less every time. Okay. Okay. I reread the book. 60. Okay. Deadcraft, baby. I'm with you. We're going to nail it. Wow. Isn't that funny? Okay. I just looked at DoorDash for a second, and it says you can get FIFA tickets. That's such a scam now. You see New York is suing FIFA. Do you see what they did?
I didn't see no.
I'm going to get you. I promise you I'll get you. I got to say this, okay? FIFA, this is why soccer, no, I hate soccer, but FIFA sold tickets to the stadium based on, you don't get your tickets, you get an area, and then you find out the tickets later. Then they sold out quick. Now they're selling premium tickets and pushing all those people who bought tickets already back one section. So if you think you bought front row tickets or front section tickets, you're now second section. So they're saying they lied and they didn't tell. Like if you told everyone, it'd be there. Okay. Okay, Deadcraft, baby. I'm with you. I like it. Okay, I'm totally with you on this. Finals next week. I think that works. Reread the book 3-12. I like that. You're doing final zone. You're gonna get it. Just keep taking them and review the shit. Just make sure you keep reviewing them. 100%. And watch my playlist and watch my crash course. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. The word. Oh, did Allison? Wait, Allison. What question did you have? I didn't see it. Can you throw it back in there? Okay. I swear to God, Billy needs to pass all these exams because I got to make him a moderator or something because he is the fucking best. You never met Billy, right? Jeff, he never been on. He's a great guy. He's out in Utah or something like that.
I mean, I obviously know who Billy is.
Yeah, but you never met him. He used to be on the lives. He was so good on the Zooms and everything. Good. Okay. Yes, the wording. Anyhow, I agree. The wording gets everyone. It does. It absolutely gets everyone. Okay. It's 100% on there. Past perfect wording is really brutal. And here's part of the problem. I mean, past perfect is fine, right? But they overteach it and they overcomplicate it. So you walk into the test not like mentally not in the right place because you're looking for tricks when there aren't any. That's part of the problem is they're always looking for tricks and there aren't any. So you get fucked up. So I like past perfect. I do, but I don't love them. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Now, okay. Okay. So dead correct, but that's on the vendors, right? So let's talk about it, right? Oh no. Allison, were you the qualified client one? Let me see. Hold on. I think I missed let's see. No. No, that's Frank. Oh, so Frankie, I don't know if you're still here. Allison reposted. So a qualified client is for performance-based fees, and it's either and now right now it's for the rest of the year. Anyone taking it now, just remember, ignore it. Don't worry about the new numbers because it's just confusing. It's someone who has 2.2 net worth or 1.1 AUM with your advisor. If you do that, then you get a what's the best way to do it? You can do performance-based fees. A qualified purchaser is someone who has 5 million in investable assets. Okay. Let me double check. It's either 5 million net worth or 5 million investable assets. That's always a great question. I can always double check because I try not to remember every little fucking thing. Pretty sure it's 5 million net worth, probably. Yep. So individuals and married couples, 5 million investments. Investment managers, 25 million, and quibs are 100. So qualified purchaser is an individual married couple that have at least 5 million in investments. Okay, and family office, same thing. And investment managers must have 25 million. There you go, on a discretionary basis. There we go. Touch it up a little bit. I know if you're still here, I apologize it took so long. Okay. Now, Deadcraft, back to you. Okay. Yeah, so again, they're not so bad on the real test, but look, so if you invest in a retirement account, it's always going to be either qualified or not qualified, okay? So if it's qualified, remember that. So if it's qualified, okay, then it's a then it is a what's the best way to do it? It is a pre-tax contribution, okay? Pre-tax contribution, and then it grows tax deferred. They all grow tax deferred, and it comes out fully taxable. If it's a non-qualified contribution, it's after-tax contribution, okay? It's an after-tax contribution, and it grows tax deferred also, but then you pay tax on the growth. Okay? That should help. Okay. Now, qualified pre-tax, money goes in pre-tax, doesn't get taxed yet, grows tax deferred, and then it comes out. The entire thing's taxable on the way out. Good. Hold on. I just ordered dinner. Okay, now how to get it delivered? Okay, so now, a non-qualified money goes in after tax. It grows tax deferred, but then when you take it out, you don't pay tax on the growth. Okay. Now, if you do a non-qualified account and you take the money out, it comes out LIFO, which means if you put in 20 and it goes to 100, the first 80 you take out is taxable. The last 20 is not. That's easy. Okay. Do you remember? So estate, don't worry about the estate stuff. Just know that an estates are taxable. Trusts try to limit estate taxes and limit probate. Okay. Now let's talk about the gift tax. If I give you, I can give everyone on this thing 19 grand a year and not have to pay taxes on it. Okay. If I give more than the 19 grand per year to how many people I want, I would technically the giver, have to pay taxes on it unless I use it to my lifetime exemption, which is like $13 million, right? So I can give away 19 grand a year in addition to the $13 million lifetime. So if I give somebody 21 grand, I can say, okay, the 19 counts are my annual, and then I will just use the rest toward my lifetime giving thing. Okay, that works. Okay, now, I think you're good. Again, the vendors go a little too deep on it. They go crazy on it. Don't worry about it too much. So Franco, I think I just nailed yours, right? I should have answered that one by now, I think. Okay. 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 Yeah. So that's the thing. So Bianca, yeah, I would keep doing it. I would go read some more and then go back and do it. Or just watch it and learn and then watch the other brutal exam to test yourself. Okay. Zinda, no problem. Happy to help, baby. Okay. I got it. Okay. So right. So that's the thing. So you got. So I want you to do what I want you to do. I want you. The wording on past perfect. If it's past perfect, I'm not sure if it's past perfect or not. But some of the vendors are brutal. Okay. So, I would say I want you to. So, Yeniho, I want you to take one test tomorrow or tonight, depending where you are, and take it without any waffling, any changing answers. Literally, once you answer the question, pick it and move on, and don't doubt yourself. See how you do. And here's the thing: this is what I tell everyone: if you're doing the vendors and you're picking it wrong, but you got it right based on what you thought versus getting tricked, count that as a right answer. Okay, because again, the test is not nearly as tricky as the vendor. The vendors are brutally tricky. The test is not easy, but it is much more straightforward. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so Greg Ballou, yeah, I mean, we can. I'm not going to do a lot of Finner stuff tonight, but I can do it on Tuesday. So this is what you do. Your job right now, and I'll do a quick trading hall thing. It's not that hard. Somebody else had some trading hall questions too. First of all, you did it yesterday. Take the weekend off. Don't do anything till Monday. So Monday, go back and start reading. And if you didn't like your vendor, go back and you're really close to you know your shit. You're literally 5 points away, right? So go back and read. Just go on Monday. Just go back and reread the book. Don't act like you missed by 5 points. Act like you missed by 33. That you want 100. Okay, that's what you have to think. Now, and then just read the book cover to cover. Then do chapter quizzes. And again, if you're starting to memorize questions, buy another vendor, like buy Kaplan or buy some of the supplementals from SCC or buy the Achievable stuff. It'll help. Okay. Now, trading halts, just so everyone knows, there's three levels of trading halts. There's a level 1, which is the market drops by 7%, we shut down for 15 minutes. There's level 2, the market drops by 13%. Remember, this is both from last night's close, not the previous number. That's another 15 minutes. It can only happen once. Both of them must happen before 325 or they ignore them. So if the market drops 10, 13, 14, 15, 18%, after 325, they don't do anything. Before 325, they halt it for 15 minutes. If the market drops 20% at any time, they shut down for the day. So again, 7, 13, 20. 7%, 15 minutes. 13%, 15 minutes. 20% for the day. The 7 and 13 have to happen before 7:25, or it doesn't matter, or it don't count. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think if you could buy FIFA tickets from the vendor and then hold on, you'll probably get a shitload of money. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, so Bianca, I agree. I think if you use Achievable and then what dimension you're taking the videos, I appreciate it, and then do maybe Kaplan questions buy the Kaplan Q Bank for like $50, might help. Okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, I love it. Yes, I can do that. Okay. Okay. So Deadcraft, I'll get in there now. Roths are different. I promise you, Roths are different things. Like everything that I talked about, qualified, not qualified, this is for Dead Cat. I'll come back to it. Okay, now, so a hedge fund is what they're looking for. Hedge funds are looking for an absolute return. Okay, so hedge funds are looking for the same return regardless of market. That's why Bridgewater became famous, because they made money during the crash, right? So in the 2008 shit, the GFC. Okay, so now, so they made money. They earned 6 or 8% or maybe more during that time. They're always looking for absolute returns, meaning they can have a positive return whether the economy is up, down, markets up, down, it doesn't matter. That's what absolute return means. Venture capitalists, they're it's like a hedge fund, but only accredited people can buy, but they invest in early stage companies. Hedge funds have they're not liquid, but it's shorter time frame. Venture capitalists have like an 8 to 15 year time frame. Used to be 8 to 10 years, now it's pushing out to 15. So they buy early stage companies, really early, like starter shit, like even pre-revenue, and they invest for the long haul. That's what they do, like a PE firm. But PE firms buy like revenue generating companies. They usually PE firms can do pre-revenue, but they're more a little farther along the pipeline. So venture capitalists buy very early in, like almost like angel investors a little bit, and they help the company. Okay, here we go. There you go. I like that. Deadcraft, I like that analogy. Okay. Yeah, so don't sweat it too much. Especially the 66, it'll be there. It won't kill you. Now. Okay. Okay, so non-qualified goes in after tax, goes tax, deferred, you pay tax on the growth. Roth is different. Roth is its own animal. Okay. A Roth means the money goes in after tax and it grows tax deferred. However, if you pull it out under the right circumstances, you pay zero tax. So the best example I've ever is Peter Thiel. In 1998 or 99, he sued to allow him to buy IPO shares in his Roth IRA. And he put $2,500, which was a cap at the time, of pre-IPO shares in his Roth IRA. It is now worth 2.8 billion of tax-free money. That's the magic of a Roth, is that it grows tax-free. Now, technically, he makes too much money now to invest in it, but once it's in there, and if that year that you invest in it, you don't cross the 150 grand a year threshold, you can put money in. Roth 401ks don't have an income threshold. Roth IRAs do, but so a Roth IRA is non-qualified, but it comes out different. Okay, a little different. Oh, Keela, stay on here. Let me hang on, and I'll get to, okay. Boom, baby. Okay. No, you're my hero for watching. I love it. Okay, let me see if I can get a good one for you. Here we go. Oh, here we go. This one's for you, Kylie. See, that's much better, Jeff, on the portrait one versus landscape. Because landscape we see as crotch.
Oh, it's really
okay. So here we go. IARs cannot share in profits and losses of account. Okay, agents can with permission of everyone. And under NASAA rules, it doesn't have to be proportional. But what can IARs do? IARs can do performance-based fees. Okay, good. Okay. IARs can do performance-based fees, like a fulcrum fee. They charge a fee based on how well they beat the index by. But the client has to be what? Yes, qualified client, Franco. Like your question. They have to be a qualified client. Love it. Okay. And agents they just have to have they have to have permission, and they have to have some sort of investment in the account. They open a joint account. Okay. I didn't know you can. I mean, I guess I don't know. That's an interesting question. Shiva Calibut 9014. I don't know the question. There's no way they asked that on this test, but they could. Okay. Let me go back to this. So, see, I really need to not see the chats. Okay. Oh, the Vuvuzulas. Yeah, no, I get. Okay, so now let's start with the first thing. Sole prop, baby. Sole prop is one owner. You basically you file your taxes on your W-2, W-4 on your tax return, and there's no legal protection. It's just you alone. There's no partners. LLC can have a single member or hundreds of members. It passes through. I have a video on this. It passes through the gains and the losses, so let's go. LLCs, partnerships, and S corps. The actual corporation doesn't pay taxes. The investors do. That's where the pass through is. All the good and the bad goes through. So the gains and the losses pass through, and losses really mean write-offs and tax deductions. So LLC, single member, or hundreds of members. Anyone can be involved in running the company, but it's considered passive income. Partnerships, there's two types. There's regular partnerships. If they say the word partnership, they mean general partnership. It means all the members are all the partners are general partners, which means they have unlimited risk and they can run the company. Limited partnership means they have at least one limited partner and one general partner. The limited, both of them get pass-through of gains and losses, but only the GP can run the account. S corps, max of 100 shareholders. It has to be human beings or human residents. Can't be a corporation or a foreign resident, or they lose the tax thing, and they pass through the gains and losses. So they're called shareholders, not members or partners. Okay. Now, and a C corp is basically every company I've ever heard of. The C corp is a C corp is an actual tax-paying corporation. Okay, so the tax they pay, the actual corporation pays taxes. So then when you get a dividend from them and you pay taxes, so it's double tax. The other three, the money flows right through untaxed. LLC, partnerships, and S corp, the money flows right to you. They pay their expenses and then pay you, and any losses you get them as a write-off. Okay, but C corps, they don't. C corps is the best way to raise a lot of money. Every public company I've ever heard of is probably a C corp because there's really the only way to go public, pretty much, on this test. And it's double taxes. They pay taxes. Good. Okay. Okay. Boom. I love it. I appreciate it. I love it. Get going, baby. Yenny ho. We're going to beat you. Yenny, yenny he. Yenny, henny ho. Yenny hi ho. We're going to nail this thing. Okay. Okay. So, Greg, it's fine. So you got a whole month, baby. We got a month to get you over the top. Maybe it helps. I'm not doing the upsell, but maybe it's worth joining the membership because we meet on Mondays and Thursdays. You may pick up some things. If you need the job, it's an investment in yourself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the Vuvuzela things. Yeah. They're fucking horrible. And there was the Venezuelans do them. Oh, it's funny. I read that as Venezuelans. Okay. That's funny. I think soccer's bad enough without that. I know people love soccer, but I'm not a fan. I love Ted Lasso, but I'm not a fan of soccer. Okay. So Franco, let me go back. I'll get you, Greg. I'm telling you, IARs can't really unless it's performance-based fees. Now, in reality, they can share if the administrator allows it, but let's go with that to no. Okay. Ooh, Lexi, hold on. We'll get to you in a second. Hold on. We'll get to this. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's for the 7, I assume. I'm telling you right now, don't just pick and choose. Read the whole fucking book. So that's what I'm saying. When we get closer, I'll handle it. Go reread the whole book. Read the whole book. Okay. Okay. Don't pick and choose, and then in about a week or two, we can start niching down. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lexi. No, it's the vendor. It's a very Lexi. You're not alone. It's the vendor is kind of weak. I know a lot of people that struggled with them. I mean, if you use maybe if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, if you can buy another vendor, buy Achievable. They'll help teach it. But if you just want new questions, better questions, again, they're not my favorite, but the only one that sells a QBank. Just to go to Kaplan, you can buy it for like $50-$60, and you get like 4,000 questions. Again, not the best questions, but they're better than ExamFX. I don't know why anyone still makes people use them anymore. I mean, they're fine as a supplement. No, I just don't. Okay. I appreciate it. No, MJ is a goat for sure. Okay, now, do you want to put the link in one more time for the membership, my man?
Done.
Okay. So Maddox, this is for the SIE. So anyone taking the 65, 666, shut your ears. Go put on some music or something. Code of procedure, think of COP. That's cops. That's for stuff when you do shit wrong. And again, they're not going to go that deep on it. Okay, they're not going to go that deep on it. Code of procedure is when you screw up and do things wrong, not the same as a dispute. And it is appealable. Remember that. Code of procedure is appealable. You can appeal that all the way up to the National Adjudicator Council, the SEC, and the courts. Okay, eventually up to the Supreme Court. Whatever. Arbitration is for disputes between two different people, whether it's an individual and a rep and another rep and a firm and an individual. It's for disputes over money and all that shit. It's not for violation. A violation can come out of it, but that's not why it starts. So the one thing you have to remember about arbitration, you don't have to remember the dates. It's binding. If you go to arbitration and they find against you, and they won't find against me, if they find against you, you have to pay with them. It's binding. There's no appeal. Once it's done, it's done. Now, can a broker-dealer force a customer to go to arbitration? No, unless they sign the pre-dispute arbitration clause. When they sign up, they can't make you sign it, but if you sign it, you agree to do everything to arbitration except for like civil rights stuff like sexual misconduct and racial shit. That's more that you can do through the court. Okay. The big thing is if it's under 100 grand, it's one arbitrator. If it's over 100 grand, it's 3 arbitrators. If it's under 50 grand, you can do a simplified where everything's by mail. Other than that, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay. Oh, wait. So hold on. Let's do this. So if you do SIE level, if you do SIE level, that's Wednesdays for the SIE Wednesdays. If it's for the 7, we meet on Sundays. It's $34, $44, $49, or $99. Those are 6:30 on Sunday, 7:30 on Sunday, and 7 p.m. on Tuesday. For the 65, 66, we meet on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern and Thursdays at 7. That's it. Okay. I love it. So I'm not sure if you join the right one, but we'll get there. Okay. I can't remember what test you're taking. I think we did it, baby. Yeah, and Violet's sleeping, but Billy, I appreciate the kind words about she's such a sweet dog. She's like the perfect dog, except for the shedding. And she's like 13 years old. For a golden, that's pretty old. She's doing well, but starting to break down a little bit. It's gonna be a tough year. Okay. Everyone, I think we did a good job. I think we got a lot of questions in. Any new questions? Okay. Yeah, but you could. So yeah, I think you went too low. Before I go, Greg, what test are you taking again? Maddox, I'm glad it helped. Hopefully you're going to nail. Come back on Tuesday night. Tell us you passed. Greg, what test are you taking again? Then I'll tell you what nights it is. Okay. So that's on Sundays at 6:30 and 7:30, and then Tuesdays on 7 p.m. If you want help with options, then do the $49 one, and then we meet at 6:30 for regular, 7:30 for options. If you want the full kit and caboodle, you join the $99 one. That we meet at those 2 plus the Tuesday nights. If you just want help with FINRA stuff, then just buy the $34 one. We meet at 6:30. Don't worry about it. And I think there's a way. I don't know how to do it, but I think if you go back into the perks, there's a way to upgrade. And if not, just shoot me a message. Okay, that's fine, Greg. No worries. I think there's a Google on how to upgrade. Hold on. Okay, let me see if we can find it.
Should it just cancel out the lower tier one?
I don't know how it works. I know. Here we go. How to upgrade membership on YouTube. Here we go. Nope. Okay. No. Okay. Oh, here we go. This should tell you how to do it. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. So you click the first one. Yeah. So Greg, don't do that on the real exam, right? Right. Make sure that you don't do that on the real exam. Make sure that you take your time and don't pick A every time. Speed kills, baby. I tell my wife says that all the time. Okay, good. Okay. I think we're good to go. I think we nailed it. And okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. So then just do the 34. Just upgrade to the $34 one. You don't need to do the high one. Do the 34, and then we meet at 6:30 to 7:30. If you're solid on options, don't waste your time with the option stuff. Okay. There's a video that shows that upgraded, and if that doesn't work, I'm sure one of the suggested videos after it go. No, not your. Trust me, you're fine. You're good to go. It happens more than you think. Okay, everyone. I think we did some good job. Jeff, you get to get it. My dinner has my dinner. It has not been delivered yet, but it will be soon. Oh, it was dropped off. So fuck you guys. I'm out of here. Okay, everyone. Bianca, see you on Monday, baby. Everyone.